What is up, guys? Welcome back to Picking a Fight. I'm Lach.
I'm Jeff.
And today we're going to be looking at UFC 265, Derek Lewis versus Cyril Gane. We're going to be looking at one of the more exciting fights on the card, or exciting fighters on the card. We got Vicente, the silent assassin, Luque versus Michael Maverick Chiesa. It's going to be a welterweight showdown. But before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe. Go ahead, leave a comment what you think is going to happen. And yeah, here are our thoughts. What you think, brother?
I don't know. I don't think this fight is gonna, be as interesting.
When I was saying the intro, I was just like, hold up, wait.
I was like, this fight might be one of the slower fights on the card.
Yeah, I know.
Just
because I was like, I said the exciting fight because of Luque, but then I was like,
I mean,
the matchup is not a good. The styles are not clashing right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I really like Vicente Luque, especially after what happened at the Tyron Woodley fight.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the fact that they were both just freaking going at it, bro.
See, Jeff's a casual. He only knows about Luque because of the Woodley fight.
He lost to Wonder Boy.
Oh my gosh, he did lose to Wonder Boy. He got pieced up by Wonder Boy actually, but that was before he was the silent assassin, bro.
Well, he was that the whole time, bro.
Bruh.
But I think it's obvious to say that Michael Chiesa is gonna try to take this to the ground.
Yeah, I think Chiesa does get a lot of flack for his style being like kind of boring. I don't know if you saw his last fight. I remember watching it during class. It was against Neil Magny. Yeah, it was actually a main event, and he dominated him. But it was like
it was like when he took him to the ground, like he didn't do much.
Yeah,
when he stayed in the
not too much activity.
Yeah, he stayed on the feet. He just like kept his distance the whole time.
He gets a lot of flack for that. He gets memed a lot because of the whole stuff with Kevin Lee.
Oh yeah, don't you ever talk about my mom.
Yeah, bro. Don't talk about his mom, bro.
Say you don't know my mama, son.
Hey, bruh. Nah, but I don't know, man. Luque's been on a tear. He's just really fun to watch. Super well rounded, but he's not scared to to bang, man. He did with Woodley. He got a little rocked a little bit, but he finished that fight nicely. Randy Brown, he kind of dominated him. Nico Price, that was a war, bro.
That was a doctor stoppage, right?
Yeah, because he had the Joanna bump, but on his eye. Remember? He was
yeah.
It looked like you remember A Bug's Life when he had the thing like that. When he
Bug's Life?
Yeah, when he put the it was like a berry or some shit to make his eyes look like that popped up. It looked like that, bro. But on one eye. I don't know if you remember that.
I vaguely remember. Are you talking about the fat caterpillar or whatever it was?
I don't remember who did it, but somebody put like something berry in there. What are we talking about, bro? But the Wonderboy fight was tough. The Mike Perry fight was crazy tough. I don't even remember that. That's when I remember I showed you a photo back in the day where Mike Perry's nose was like
smushed in,
flat. Yeah,
he had Voldemort.
Yeah, basically, bro. But man, I don't know if you ever seen it, but he can like squish his nose down.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Hey, bro, that's crazy.
Right.
Bruh, but yeah, he actually knocked out Bilal Muhammad back in the day too. Vicente Luque did when they were both rising up. He has some really good wins, and I feel like he's only getting better, bro. He's only 29. He trains with some beasts, some pretty good people, man. He used to train with Usman. He still trains with Gilbert Burns. They're like best friends.
Mm-hmm. He was in his corner in the last fight, right?
Yeah, he was. But
do you think do you think Chiesa can take it to the ground? Like, do you think Luque has progressed enough that he could keep it where he wants it to be?
I think so. I think that's going to be the biggest question, but I think I can see him stopping the takedowns, especially because Chiesa's a little more one-dimensional with his wrestling. Mm-hmm. Like, he's not like Khabib where he's looking to do this and then that and then, trips or whatever, right? He's a little more, traditional American wrestling. But I mean, it's he's the bigger fighter by a little bit, I think. But he's crazy big. I don't know if you remember, but he used to fight at lightweight, and he would almost die every time he tried to cut weight. And then he was a big lightweight, and then now that he moved to welterweight, he's now that he filled into his size, he's a big welterweight, bruh. Like, he's just big, bruh. I don't know how he ever made lightweight, but I can see that being a disadvantage for Luque. But I think Luque's training and stuff, the people he trains with and stuff is so if Gilbert Burns could take down Wonderboy, bro, that consistently, I mean, they train specifically for Wonderboy, I can't help think that they're doing the same thing for Luque when it comes to wrestling, to like stop that type of wrestler, you know, because they brought in like some kickboxer, I forgot his name, but he's like a really good kickboxer. They brought him in for Gilbert Burns to train to simulate Wonder Boy. So I can only imagine they brought someone in to, I don't know, some great wrestler like Ben Askren or something to simulate Chiesa. So, and I feel like he's gotten so much better. Luque has. So, I feel like he can stop the takedown. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Chiesa is so persistent, but I think he does. His gas tank is bad still. I think. I don't think it was the weight cut of lightweight. I think his gas tank, his style is just too energy consuming, and he's just so big. So I think, I don't know, man. It's just, and he's also very prone to getting caught in submissions too. He's been submitted a whole bunch of times in his career. So, and Luque is more than capable to getting him in something. You know, he's slick with it.
Yeah,
so.
It's weird because I think Chiesa has the like more submissions than like KOs or decisions, but he's also been submitted
a lot of times.
Like a lot of times, so it's kind of like, how does that make sense?
I don't know. I just think his because his wrestling is too is not polished. You know, like when Khabib he got caught in that guillotine by Poirier. I don't know if you remember that. Like he just got out of it. Like he moved the steps, but that was like the only time he ever kind of like, not that it backfired on him, but it kind of like put him in a bad position. While Chiesa, like his wrestling, like the way he does it is like a little more rough around the edges, and so it gets him caught in a lot of stuff. And I mean, like he's been hurt and stuff like that. Like in the fights, I think in the Pettis fight he got hurt before he got submitted, right? Or did he gas? I don't remember.
He might have gassed.
Yeah. Okay. But what you think? How you think this fight's gonna play out?
I think it depends on if Luque can stop the takedown. But like you said, I think they've been training on it. I mean, I've said this like in every video. You got to train for it. Some people don't. Some people do.
That's true.
So I think he's one of the type of guys though to actually train for that and have, you know, actual training regarding that. So I think he's gonna stop the takedown. Maybe not all of them, but he's gonna stop some of them. I think Chiesa's then gonna get tired. And then flying knee time.
Because Vicente for sure has the advantage on the feet, man.
Yeah,
he hits harder. He has. I like his style where it's not like, because I feel like especially now, like a lot of fighters have like kind of like a lower hands approach to fighting, but he keeps his guard real high, blocks a lot of shots, and I mean he's eating some crazy shots, bro, from some crazy hard hitting fighters. So I don't think Chiesa is gonna look to like piece him up at all. I don't think he wants any of that smoke for real. I wouldn't be surprised if he shoots in under a minute, bro. Like for real. I think he's gonna rely heavily on his wrestling.
So who you got?
Honestly, the only reason I'm going with Chiesa is that it's a 3-round fight. So I think he's gonna be extra persistent on the takedowns, and I think he's going to get at least some of them, and I think that's going to be enough to kind of like sway the judges. But I think this is super close because I do think Luque can stop them, man. And if he can stop them and kind of like implement his striking, man, I don't see where Chiesa can go, but constantly shoot and then miss. Actually, I changed my answer, bro. I think Vicente Luque is going to win, bro. I think he'll do enough I think he's going to stop the takedowns, and I think he's just too dangerous everywhere. Kind of like Gilbert Burns, he's just too dangerous everywhere. And I think he's gonna stop the takedowns. I think
in my head I see it happening kind of like the Derek Lewis versus
Curtis Blades.
Curtis Blades, yeah, where he hits him with the uppercut, like coming in. I think that's how it's gonna end in the second round.
Nah, I don't think Luque has the one. Like he has power for sure and heavy hands, but I don't think he has that one.
Like that one punch power.
Yeah, like that death touch, you know.
True. But when you ducking into it though.
That's true. Yeah.
But I mean, I think he's gonna finish the fight though. I think later than earlier.
Vicente Luque?
Yeah, I think if he finished the fight, it's gonna be in second, third round. It's not gonna be in the first. He might get taken down a couple times in the first before he gets, the finish.
Yeah, and there's a lot of implications for this fight too. Both guys are trying to break into the top, the tippity top of the welterweight rankings, and trying to get their title shots. Chiesa obviously would be his style would match up very similar to Usman's. Luque's not so much, but I don't know. Luque's like, I don't know. Luque and Burns are, in my opinion, like fight so similarly sometimes.
Yeah,
like they have a similar style. But I mean, I'd love to see Luque versus Usman, but I don't know. This is gonna decide who gets. Probably not who gets next though.
No,
but
for sure not.
They would have to fight somebody like at least in the top 5. I think Luque said they would break into the top 3, but I don't think that's right.
I don't think so.
Because I think Luque is like what, 5?
He was 5 in his last fight.
But he beat Woodley, right? But what was Woodley at? He was like 9 or something.
Yeah, maybe not even top 10 anymore.
Chiesa's like in the top 10, right? But he's not. Nah, I don't know. But I think it's going to be an interesting matchup. I convinced myself that Luque is going to win by, what is it?
You said decision.
I think by decision, yeah.
True. Yeah, I got Luque by late KO.
Yeah, I think the very obvious thing is that Chiesa is going to just go Chiesa's way, and he's going to win with the grappling. But I don't know. I just can't see it go that way, which is weird because that's like the most obvious way it could go.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and say Luque by decision.
All right, so that was our thoughts and predictions for Vicente Luque versus
Michael Chiesa. Bro, why you
what?
You made me fill it in like it was Nah, go ahead, man.
Should I start over?
Just go ahead, bro. Finish it. Bro.
Chiesa. So make sure to tune in to the channel where we have other videos covering other cards on this fight.
What the
wait?
Other fights on this
other
card?
fights on this card.
Yo, this guy's a mess, bro.
My brain is scrambled.
It's like this man just went 12 rounds with Nate Diaz,
bro. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Make sure to tune into the other fights. I mean,
tune into the other videos about the other fights. We're covering all the other fights on this card. It's a pretty decent card, I think. Unfortunately, the Amanda Nunes fight was canceled, but I think it's still pretty solid. Some solid names on there, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Enjoy the fights.
See you there.
Well, not there, but yeah.